What up, what up, what up, what up? We're in the building, we're in the building. We are in the building. In case you didn't know, yes, we're in the building.
We're here.
And we're the dream team. We're the dream team today.
The dream team is here. Yes, we're here.
Yes, the dream team is here in the building, man. And we're excited, man. You know why we're excited? Because we got not one, not two, but three different guests in the house. What do you say to that? Jesus, what do you say?
Yes.
We're in the building. Yes.
Hey, first we want to start off something different that we normally, we never did before. We're going to start off with some sound healing.
Okay.
She want to demonstrate for us?
Yes.
So what we're going to start off with is called a sound bath. And I have different instruments here that will emit different frequencies. And each frequency offers something different. We have here, these are bells and chains, and this is going to emit relaxation. This is a bamboo rain stick. This also gives us relaxation and tranquility. And then we have here the sound bowl, which gives us harmony and peace.
Okay.
So here we go. And also, when you start a sound bath, you want to set intentions. So, of course, we're all entrepreneurs here, so we're going to set the intention for good clientele and all successful business endeavors. You want to breathe from your stomach, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Here we go. And you just continue to breathe. Set your breath at your own pace. Listen to the frequency of the bowl. And continue to remember your intention. Continue your breaths. Remember your intention. And you can also set other intentions. But the most important thing is remembering your breath. All right. Thank you so much for setting those intentions with me.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks. Relaxing. I felt it was relaxing.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
I like it. Yes, I like it. And we'll get back to, we're going to do the show next week. I'm so I'm good. That was very relaxing, man. But I tell you what, after that, I'm relaxed. I'm ready to get into this. I'm ready to get these ladies popping and get them, just want to pick their brains, because I got some hard Jeopardy questions for these ladies. Now, if you could give us your name, your business, and a brief description of your business and what it does, each of you. You can start with Rashonda.
Oh, you want to start with me?
Yes.
So, in front of you, I'm Shonda, Rashonda Joyner, and in front of you, I am the owner of MD Wine Collection. And MD Wine, our mission is to self-manufacture, bottle, and distribute delicious, diabetic-friendly, sweet fruit wines made with high-quality ingredients. But then on the other spectrum, I have my training school, which is called Trainings for You. And we offer CPR, first aid, CNA. If you're a licensed nurse and you want to open up a CNA school, we offer the CNA instructor class. If you're a daycare provider or a foster care parent, we offer child care provider classes. We want to get people that want to be in the medical field the proper training to help them be prepared, nurses or CNAs or whatever it is they want to do when they get out into the world.
Okay, great. nice. That's nice.
Oh, she missed something. You also a registered nurse.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm a registered nurse for 8 years. 8 years, yes.
Can't believe that, huh?
I know.
And next we have, I'm not gonna say Lori. I'm gonna say Jada because I've been saying it all day. You got Jada next.
I am Jada Cornish. I am the owner and founder of Black Magic Natural Care Solutions. So I make all natural products from any type of self-care things. I have hair oil, skincare, body care, soaps, hair oil. I think I said that, lashes, beard oil. So check me out, www.blackmagicncs.com.
Nice. And now we have the
Shekinah.
relaxation. Yes.
Thank you.
Shekinah.
I'm Shekinah Griffin. I'm the founder of Essential Essence Wellness Center. We currently offer online and concierge luxury in-home services, and we have some things coming up soon that we'll talk about later in the segment. But again, I offer holistic care modalities and therapies, and we're only offering online and in-home services at the moment.
And also the doula. What? You do that too?
Oh, yes. Excuse me. I'm a certified doula, and I'm also a certified yoga instructor, which is where the online and in-home services come from.
Awesome. Okay. So Shekinah, what inspired you to start your business?
It started with just me wanting to be better, better as a woman, better as a mother, a sister, an aunt, all the hats I wear. I just wanted to be better. So I just set some intentions. And honestly, I started with some prayers, and I just, again, wanted better health, financial literacy, world travels. And all of this came about with going in. And I ended up running into some information from Dr. Sebi. And then I started getting information from Dick Gregory, Queen Afua, Dr. Layla Africa, and fast forward to today, it prompted me to start making changes to things that I consumed, from my diet to my conversations, even my products. Right. So I started to consume different things, which I switched my diet. I started to consume healthier products, and here I am today. Now, like I said, the founder of Essential Essence Wellness Center, because everything that I did to better myself, people saw those changes. And I like to say butterflies don't see their wings. I didn't essentially see it, but I felt it. So when people started to inquire about my skin, inquire about my attitude, inquire about my energy, I had to let them know what I did. And it was yoga meditation. It was sound healing. It was cold, fresh pressed juices. It was natural products. All these things in one, helped me. So here I am with my own products, with my own classes. And I'm excited to say that, because me just wanting to be a better person, I can now inspire and help other people.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, on you, babe.
Okay, I don't know if you just asked this, but Jada, what made you want to start a skincare business?
So I have really, really bad skin. I used to break out really bad with acne. I had acne scars, and I couldn't figure out how to control it. It made me very insecure. So I would try everything over the counter. I'd be in Walgreens, Walmart, Target, just trying stuff. And I just started doing my own research, and I came across different natural things that would help. And I don't know how, I just started mixing stuff up. And I would write it down, I had a little notebook, and I would write it down. And I kind of just started experimenting. And my face started clearing up. And then I just kept it to myself for about a year and a half. I just had my own little stuff that I would make up. And then my friends and sisters like, what you doing? How your face clearing up? And I would tell them, like, I'm gonna make you some, I got you. And they're like, you need to sell this. So it took me a little minute, but I just kind of put it together and was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I just started selling it. And one thing led to the next. I started making other products, because it just started with skincare with my face. And then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try hair. I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. And I've been successful at it. I love it. It's very relaxing and healing for me. It's just like a nice hobby that I get the profit off of. So here I am.
Awesome. Wonderful. Rashonda, so what made you want to start a wine business coming from healthcare?
So what made me want to start MD Wine Collection was my grandmother's. So I have two grandmothers, one that passed away. Her name was Marjorie. She passed away from complications of diabetes. And I have a Marjorie Moscato named after her. Aww. And then I have a Deborah Dragonberry named after my other grandmother who suffers from complications of Huntington's disease. And not a lot of people know what Huntington's disease is. It's a genetic neurological disorder, and it affects your mind, your mood, and like your motor skills. So your ability to do your, what we call in healthcare, your activities of daily living, getting yourself dressed, feeding yourself, kind of becomes in the hands of somebody else. Somebody else has to care for you. So then in 2021, I was diagnosed with that Huntington's disease gene, not knowing that it was really a genetic thing. I thought it was just, oh, my aunt and my grandma just had this similar condition because they're sisters, you know, not thinking that it could have basically affect me. And then so after getting over that, you know, when you get diagnosed with something, you kind of go through your stages of grief. So after getting over my stage of anger, I was like, I need something to come from this. And I was like, I want to create a business that's centered around life, around love, and around legacy. And I love being a nurse. And I wanted to kind of combine all those things into one thing. And then came MD Wine Collection. So my vision for MD isn't just about the wine. It's about using wine as a platform to create a community where people come together and create a safe space for people to feel empowered, to feel educated, to bring some health awareness to certain conditions like Huntington's disease, because not a lot of people know about it. And a lot of people don't speak on things that they're going through health-wise because they feel like they feel alone, or they feel the stigmas associated with certain conditions. Like my family never talked about it. Like it was just like this hidden secret. So when I was diagnosed, I'm like, I want to know, like, tell me. And everybody's all quiet. I'm like, you know, so wow. It just I want to create this community with it where people can just come together and, like, I call it sip and share, or sip experiences where people really just want to talk about things. So
that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. I think all these ladies have something very special going on. It's different.
Yes.
Each different, but it's all on a positive, embedded grounding. So that's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you, my bad. Let me, you did.
I'm going to ask Shekinah.
Go ahead.
Okay, what started you on your holistic journey? I know you had said it, but I think you said it when you were just talking about really.
Yeah, I pretty much always had a good lifestyle, but I was never completely satisfied and happy. And, you know, I was confused by that because, like I said, I always was able to align with great opportunities, with great people, but it was just always this void. And I just went on a hiatus, literally, I just stopped for 1 year. I'm a mother. I took my daughter out of school. I stopped working because I was always doing something with my life that somebody else said I had to do, you know, which was a people pleaser. I didn't realize that I was a people pleaser. So again, you know, that's something that's unhealthy, which led to it stems deep. It's like roots. You know, there's so many different moving parts on the root. So I fast forward, I say that to say I just had a lot of trauma, you know, from childhood, from relationships, just things that I was harboring. And as women, we do that. So, like I said, when I took my hiatus, I actually was able to actually stop and separate my thoughts and feelings from everybody else's, from what the world was telling me, from what my mother was telling me, my peers, and figure out who I was and what I wanted. And, you know, I call this returning because this is actually who I am. You know, I'm returning to myself. My grandfather was an herbalist for animals, so this is in my DNA. So again, me just being able to stop and pause and sit with myself and learn who I am, which is being my own energy. I saw that I was, you know, going down, I don't want to say the wrong path, because every version of me was required for me to return to who I am, which is, you know, a natural woman.
Come on. Come on. Wow, that's it.
Look, don't get us started now.
So let me ask you this, Jada.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. So, how do you come up with ideas for the future of your brand?
So, I kind of just, from what I need, from what my sister may need. I have 4 sisters, so right. What my dad may need, my brother may need, kids may need. So, like I had the eczema line. I started the eczema line. my niece was suffering from eczema. So I'm like, I'm gonna make some stuff for you. Like so my sister, I'm make some stuff for you, come up with something to help. I did, and it helped her out. So hair oil, my daughter, she was having some trouble with her hair growing from just being born and things like that. Her hair was kind of stunted. So I came up with the hair oil to help her hair grow, and it promoted her hair growing. Wearing lashes, I stripped all my lashes out. I mixed up stuff. So it just be stuff like that. Just as I'm going.
You said, hold on, you said you stripped all your lashes off?
Yeah, my natural lashes. Like I was
lashes.
picking my mink lashes off and pulled all my natural lashes off. So I had to make me some oil to get my lashes back.
I need some of that. Okay.
I got you.
I need some of that.
Because it's like, no, I do it at night. So this is the Slash serum. So before I go to bed, once I do my skincare routine, I just kind of, and it has like when you open it, it has something there that it pulls like it won't be excessive oil.
Right.
And you just apply it to your lashes, and I kind of just rub it in a little bit, and I go to sleep, so it don't really agitate my eyes.
Smell
So.
good. Yeah.
That's the natural herbs.
How don't put me on spot?
Everybody, all women need it. All women need it.
Especially when you wearing them lashes, because they be taking them out.
Give us two.
You need some.
I had to correct myself. Everybody needs them. Everybody.
You about to get in trouble over there.
Right, let me correct myself. Oh, Lord.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I do need some.
Let me ask this, Jay. So, what's some of the feedback you've gotten from about your product?
I get a lot of good feedback. That's really my motivation and keeps me going. And I will be out and someone be like, oh, you make the skincare stuff. I'm like, yeah. Like anywhere I am, I'm always getting stopped and someone's like, oh, you make skincare stuff? Oh, I had some. I love it. I had one girl who bought some products for me, and I met up to give it to her. And she was like, I was in Atlanta, and my friend, she lived there, and she had some stuff in hers. She had some of your soap in her shower, and I used it, and it was clearing my face up the whole time. And I'm like, and she like, where you get this from? She was like, Cincinnati. So that stuff, like, I get a lot of good feedback. People inbox, yes, word of mouth. People inbox me. They send me their results, or they just tell me, like, it's really working for me. I love it. So I do have some customers who would just be like, it didn't work for me, but that was very rare. I want to say I've been doing this since 2019, 2020. And I probably had like 3 customers who probably was like, it just didn't work for me. My skin's too sensitive or whatever. And I was just like, that's fine. But that's actually drove me to making the turmeric bar, because I was like, okay, I'm going to make something that's not so strong as the Black Magic line. And so everything is a learning experience, trial and error. So I have, like I said, I have pretty much a lot of good feedback. And the few times I didn't, I learned from it, and it ended up making me better, or making my brand better. So
you said the key word is you learned. Because everybody has to learn in order to grow. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. That's how you make yourself better.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. What you got, babe?
Shekinah, you also said you in the beginning you do yoga. I want to start doing yoga. So can you tell me, like, because I'm getting older and I be stiff, like my joints, and it's coming from, I've been studying up on it, because at first, me going through menopause, first it was just the hot flashes, but menopause is more than hot flashes that we don't be, we haven't been taught that, all we learn is just you have hot flashes. But coming with menopause, I'm noticing that it's a lot of things. And so I'm at the stage of the aches, the stiffness in the, in my joints and stuff like that. So I had just, and this been here recently within the last month. So I'm like, I need to start stretching. I need to start doing. So what should I start off with as far as
introduction?
As far as doing some yoga.
These statements are for entertainment and education purposes only, and I am not a doctor. However, menopause is an illusion, so to speak. Again, remember in the beginning what I said, I started by changing things that I did to myself. So you want to start with, what are you doing? Because you weren't always that way. That's not a natural thing for you. So it can be undone, is what I'm getting to naturally. Right. So we're gonna talk about that. That's another segment. We're gonna be back. But yes, so yoga is friendly for all, kid friendly. And I like to say, don't let it intimidate you, for one, because a lot of people think yoga and they think about the very complex levels of handstands and cobra poses. But we are all doing yoga right now. This is a mountain pose, but we're sitting in the mountain pose. Yep, now you in the tree pose right now. You in the obedient husband pose. You good at it already. He good at it. We got to get him something.
Okay,
But yes,
Obedient husband.
but yes, it's not as complex as we think. Like I said, now we're all practitioners in our own ways, but there's levels to everything. So I want to say, start by the awareness of your breath. Because if you aren't aware of your breathing, then you're not fully aware of what you're doing. Right now, if I can ask everybody to sit up straight, and your intention is to take your breath as deep as from your core as possible, and we're going to all go in at the same time. 1, 2, 3, and out through your nose. When you do those and take that breath to your brain, it changes your perspective because you are now giving your brain oxygen, which changes literally your visual and your perspective. See, a lot of us aren't breathing enough to stay alive. So again, I'll start by saying being more aware of your breath and being conscious of your breath, and then you can work on your movement. And I say that because when you breathe correctly, your body follows. So with yoga, a lot of people are afraid of their flexibility, but if you're breathing, your body will go straight into the pose.
Okay.
Oh, and I also have a gift for you and your husband, so we can do some demo yoga.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes, okay, that's gonna be good.
Very
That's gonna be
exciting.
good.
Yeah. We'll have to
Go back to the obedient husband pose. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go.
There we go. All right. Let me see. Rashonda.
Yes.
Rashonda.
Rashonda.
I said Rashonda. See, I'm getting Shekinah.
Rashonda.
I'm
Yeah.
getting mixed up. Now here we go. Rashonda. What are some of your favorite? What are some of your customers' favorite flavors?
Ooh, good question. So these two are my signature flavors, the Marjorie Moscato and the Deborah Dragonberry. So out of these two, typically, because my target audience are more so women than men, typically women love the reds and the fruities. So my Deborah Dragonberry is a black raspberry mixed with a dragon fruit, top seller. Like, it is the bomb diggity. And then I have like separated for like fall versus spring flavors. So I have a pineapple mango, that's my top spring flavor. And then my fall flavor, top seller, I think it's between the blood orange sangria and peach moscato, per se.
Okay.
So yes.
So let me ask you this, Rashonda. So what's the process when choosing the right name for your flavors?
So of course the signature wines is named after my grandparents. So that was it took me quite a while to figure out something that would go with Deborah. I'm like, what kind of fruit gonna go with Deborah? But then I found out that dragon fruit was a fruit. So then I was like, oh, that go to dragon fruit, but I needed something to go with it. So that was easy. But as far as like the other flavors, I typically do like a poll on Facebook or something. I'm like, what y'all looking for in the spring? What y'all looking for in the fall? To kind of see, and I kind of have some ideas for people like, oh, you want the strawberry kiwi or you want some strawberry mango, and kind of give people, like my audience, the opportunity to choose what kind of flavors they would like. So I currently have 12 flavors, but I'm actually dwindling them down because I want to more so focus on my vision for MD, not so much as the wine itself.
Right.
So that I could put more of my time and my energy into my actual vision for MD.
Yes.
So right now I have, of course, the Marjorie Moscato, the Deborah Dragonberry, strawberry watermelon, pineapple mango, strawberry mango, blood orange sangria, peach moscato, cranberry apple, and blueberry.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. That's nice.
Okay, so we're gonna stay on Rashonda real quick. So Rashonda, you also own the STNA training.
Yeah.
So what's the ages? Because I'm now to become a STNA.
So to become an STNA, 16 years or older.
16. Okay,
Yeah.
see, that's what I wanted to know too for my granddaughter, because I kept on saying, I don't know, is she old enough? Is she 17?
Oh, yes,
so
she's
she is.
old
So
enough.
we will be having her in your
Okay,
class.
awesome.
Yeah, in her STNA classes. Yeah, so that's something I had wanted to ask. I'm like, I wonder how old you got to be now
Yep,
to be
16.
So 16 to become an STNA.
Because you can, a lot of people send their kids to like Great Oaks, and it's connected to a high school,
Right.
so they get their CNA or STNA certification in high school, which is awesome too.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's nice. It's definitely nice.
Okay, so Shekinah, no, we didn't hit on this. Can you tell us some of the things that a doula does?
Yes, so doulas, we have the opportunity to assist with in-home births. And we also have the opportunity to assist mothers before and after the birth. My favorite part is after birth and before, because a lot of, not even just women, but a lot of people in general aren't familiar with how to properly treat themselves to prevent things that commonly happen during childbirth. Like, for example, a lot of women have issues with their oral health because they're losing calcium from the baby, and a lot of them have their hair fall out, and a lot of women have low iron because of magnesium. So again, the beginning and the ending stages are best for me because I get to properly educate the woman on how to stay herself. You know, we always got to get back to something, but if you stay on top of who you are, you won't lose yourself.
Awesome.
Now, this question is for anybody. Anybody, whoever wants to answer this question. But so, what did people say when you said you wanted to, you start your business? What did they say? Any one of y'all?
They didn't say anything, which was kind of scary for me because typically we look for outside validation. And I just wanted feedback because it was something new for me. But I had to remember that it wasn't a conference call. This was something between me and God. So I had to stop seeking that validation and just continue on my journey, because this was not only answered prayers, but it was me returning back to my natural essence. So once they actually started to see what I was incorporating in the things that I was practicing and how they were changing me, they started to ask questions. And they start to inquire about what was I doing, how was I doing, and what was I not doing, which is what I like to say, because a lot of people think that you have to do all these things, but it's a lot of stuff I have to restrict myself from. Yeah. Like, I can't be in any environment. I can't drink anything. I like to tell people you won't see Jay-Z anywhere. And I look at myself like that.
Right.
When you know your worth, you won't, put yourself in any environment.
Exactly. It's very important. What about you, Jay?
I absolutely agree.
Right.
I have, like, me and my family, we are very oriented. So, of course, I had their support. But I think when I kind of was just saying it, everybody was just kind of like, okay. It was just like, whatever. Yeah. But when I start doing it, and I'm like, okay, I got this. Then they like, okay, she actually doing something here. And they kind of got a little bit more interested and kind of pulled in. Like, okay, so what you doing? Like she said, asking questions. And you do kind of seek that validation. It made me a little nervous when I first started doing it, because I kind of felt alone with it. Like, I would sit at work and just journal. I like to journal a lot. And I would just journal and I would just research and write down everything. And you kind of want to talk about it. When I talked about it, it was kind of like no response type of thing. So, but it is, like she said, in my journey of entrepreneurship, I learned to stop seeking validation. I learned to just kind of understand some things is just between me and God. And just go with the flow and just know what I'm doing and have that vision for myself and follow that vision and follow that guidance that God is just taking me on. So,
yes.
Great.
And Rashonda?
I agree with both these young ladies.
Same thing. Okay.
But my experience probably was a little different. I never seeked validation from any of my family, any of my friends. I don't think so. I started my business like right in the hicks of like COVID. And that's when a lot of people were kind of starting their businesses or whatnot during that time. So it wasn't uncommon. But at the same time, I've always been a very go-getter.
Okay.
So if I can't do it on my own, then I don't want nobody else, to do it for me or to help me with it. So I think I probably brought it up, but I really didn't. I've always been that way. Like, I don't really care your opinion unless you have some, constructive criticism to give me. Then, I'm willing to listen. But at the same time, like, if this is what I want to do, I'm going to at least do it and try it. And if I fail, then at least I did it. But I haven't, so God must be on my side with it. And that's with both businesses. I kind of, especially with my school. I really just was like, I'm going to go take these classes to become certified to be able to teach CNA, and that's kind of where it started. And then I added on CPR, and then I was like, I want my own school. I'm tired of teaching for somebody else. And then I kind of just literally just woke up one day, started looking at places, and the next week I just made a decision. I'm not typically the type to be like make impulsive decisions on like that. But I was like, I'm just gonna jump and I'm just gonna see where it takes me, and I'm here. So
Right. Yeah. That's a great answer. Great answer. So Shekinah, let me ask you this. I said Shekinah. Yeah, Shekinah. I'll give y'all a name. I'm 53. You gotta forgive me. You gotta forgive me. But Shekinah, why is it so important to you that people, maintain good health?
Because it's like a characteristic, if I'm not maintaining my good health, then there's no way I can come up here and be a efficient entrepreneur and a role model for my community or my family. Because I know for me, there's not a lot of entrepreneurship in the bloodline. So it's a must that I do this. It's a must that I have a certain heart posture and a faith in myself to be able to be in this position, which stems back to health. If my mental health is intact, that means my physical health is in place, which means that I can be the appropriate role model. I'm big on not just talking the talk, but being able to walk it how I talk it. Yes. Because we are good at telling people what it is that they should do, but a lot of people need an example. So again, I can't tell someone to be healthy if I'm not a prime example of that. So I like to be the change that I want to see. And I started to see the illnesses within the community, mental and physical. And I always wanted to do something, but I can't change anyone but myself, which I started with me. Yeah. And once I started to change, I started noticing the changes around me because of me. So it's very important that you not only have good health, but just good intentions in general. And it stems back to being healthy. Your gut is your first brain. So if your gut health is intact, then everything else will follow.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Big on the
I
gut.
feel like people don't take you serious unless you do what you're trying to put out into the world. You're doing it too. Like I wouldn't take, somebody serious if they was trying to teach me something and they not doing it. Because you know what? Doing that, so yeah.
Exactly. And we affect everything in our environment. Every time I have dogs, every time I pull out my yoga mat, my dog is on my mat before me and he's doing the downward dog pose. Literally, I cannot make this up. It never fails. There's not one time I haven't pulled my yoga mat out and my dog is down there doing it because they know, and if I would have never started doing yoga, they would have never started, doing. Right. So yes, we are definitely contagious. Energy is contagious. Yes. Everything is energy, and I'm big on keeping myself in such an energy because I know that people are going to be getting influenced by me, and I don't want to lead anyone astray because I'm a woman that I'm big on accountability. So I want to make sure if I'm coming to give y'all anything important to y'all, it's going to be a good fill up and not a depletion or something that's going to get us all in trouble.
Right. That's amazing.
Awesome.
Need more people like you out here.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm getting with the teens and the other ladies because we all gotta be the change.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
That's true. That's true. It's on you, babe.
Oh, it's on me. Okay, what else did I have? Oh, Jada, you had already answered that question too, because it was one of my things on there. Because I was like, do you make skin product for children with eczema? Because that is, I'm starting to. Years ago, when I was having babies, you would hear eczema, but not as much as I'm hearing now. Mm-hmm. It's like so many kids, because my son, he had eczema, but years ago, a lady told me, she said, quit giving him baths. And you want to give your child a bath. That was the norm. Put them in the sun, She said, quit submerging his skin in water. Mm-hmm. It's drying it out. Mm-hmm. When he already got dry skin, so you submerging him. Like he's not up running around. He was still a baby running around. He's not working. He's not getting dirty or whatever. Sponge bath him, and he outgrew it. He outgrew it. So that's on you answer that question. So how, your product, what do you use for that, for the babies, for the kids?
So I have a oatmeal and ginger bar. I have an oatmeal and ginger body scrub, and I have an oatmeal and ginger body butter. So, and like I said, it's all natural. So it's for all ages. Anybody can use it. And I specifically made it first starting off for my niece. So, and yeah, it is just, I feel like a lot of times too with the eczema, a lot of our doctors just be so quick to just push certain things on, it's this, it's that. But it's just little simple things. It's just dry skin. Like, because it'd be something small where it's not even where you want to basically push something, a diagnosis on, because I thought my baby had eczema, and it was just,
Dry skin.
and they just need some moisture. They just need a little, or like you said, stop putting them in water so much. So
Yeah. So you said all
Can I
age.
add to that?
Cause yeah, okay, yeah.
What was I about to say? It's also our water. So I realized, so I have a
Intake.
water softener system, like the quality of our water. So like, you have hard water and you have soft water when you get the water softener system. And whenever I go somewhere for a long time, like I've been to Florida, I'm like so dry because I've had my water softener system for about 5 years. And I'm like, I can tell the difference in my skin quality when I go somewhere else. So that could be a thing too. That's like really drying out our skin. It's a big difference.
the
I can say
environment,
yes,
don't
a
get me
big
started, girl.
That goes back to what I was saying in the beginning about consumption. Consumption is big on every level. It's not just your food, it's your products, it's your conversations, it's your music, because it all influences you more than you know. Bob Marley was real intentional about how he recorded. He recorded with instruments, a live band, because all of the instruments is a replica of an organ in your body, hence orchestra. And then he recorded on 432 hertz, which is why everybody was so, cool and hip on top of his message. So not only were the frequencies healing, but so was the message. And music is medicine. Right. And to go back to what they were saying, when I saw a change in eczema, I changed someone's diet. I started with what they were eating, and we started to see the changes in the skin, because whatever you put in, you are what we eat, so to speak, and it comes out of you. And when if you learn your body language, when you get a pimple, you'll know, okay, something's wrong. Like a lot of women know, my cycle coming, because they'll get a certain something. And if you just learn your body language, I'm telling you, you will alleviate a lot of things. But we don't speak our own language. We speak everything but self-love, self-care.
And to piggyback off of that, a lot of people with their acne breakouts and things like that, they like, oh, this isn't working. You can't just apply things and anything. You have to, if you're gonna want to make a change, you have to change your diet, especially when you suffer from certain type of things like acne, or you see, like she's saying, your body, what you're putting into your body. Whenever you want to figure out what's wrong with you, look at what you're eating. Well, a lot of things you put into your body is leading to the reason why you're having this issue, why you're having that issue. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to go get this and try it, and it's not working, because you're still eating greasy food and horrible food, and it's trying to come out, those toxins is trying to come out of your skin. So I feel like everything kind of goes hand in hand. Like everything just kind of, you got to change. If you want to change, you got to change everything. You got to make that
eating
full
or
change.
drinking. It's it all.
And with natural medicine too, you want to, again, like when we started with intentions, it's about you. We are the medicine. We are the magic. So if you're going into it with a negative mindset, that's what you're going to get. But if you go in this thing like, look, I already seen homegirl skin is popping. I inspire to have that same skin. I know this going to be magic, and you start doing it, you're going to see that. But if you like, man, nothing works, it's not going to work. So mindset.
Manifestation.
I was wondering about, you said no, the age doesn't matter, right? Well, that's because it's been haunting me for a long time. Like when I was little, and even now, my sister, to crack her toes, has eczema, and I don't like it. It really scares me. But we're not going to talk about
The
that.
crack of the
We're
toe.
not talking about that right now.
That's his sister right there.
Let me get in the kitchen and make
That's his sister. Oh my God.
So let me ask you this question, Jay. Let me ask you this question. So, it's so competitive out there, and, people claim this, claim that, but what sets your brand ahead of the other companies that claim to have the very best product?
Because I'm passionate. It comes from my heart. I'm the person who, like I said, everything I've made is because it started with me. It started with a drive or motivation within me. I'm not just out here chasing money or just chasing whatever. Like, I really do this because this is what I love to do. I'm passionate about it, and I want to do it. And I genuinely want to help other people who have suffered from the things I have suffered from, or suffer from the things that people around me have suffered from. So it's not just about what I like to say low vibrational, or just I want to make some money, or I just want to, I really have passion behind what I do. So
I love that.
thank you.
So, So how difficult is it to make your mark and leave an impression on your customers? Anyone?
I don't feel like it's hard. I don't feel like it's hard because my products speak for itself. So I wouldn't say it's hard. Sometimes it can be a challenge trying to get your products out there and get people to trust in it. But like I said, once they got it, it speaks for itself. So it's not really hard for me.
I agree with Jada for sure. Yeah, I agree with Jada. Once you get it into the right people's hands, then it's kind of it's up to them to like it or not like it, and to be as a business owner to take that constructive criticism. Like I had someone tell me, like, I don't like that flavor. Okay, maybe you don't like that flavor, but maybe you like this flavor. Everything isn't for everyone either. You have your specific customer profile that you appeal to. You may not, appeal to everybody, and that's okay.
Yes. That's great. That's great.
Ladies, we're going to take a quick one and we'll be right back in a minute.
No, you talking about
we back.
Quiz.
We back.
Yes. I graduated with Quiz.
That was my cousin.
Oh, that's your cousin? Okay.
Yeah, we all quit.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So we back. I wanted to we're in a meditational mood. So we're going to go to Shekinah and ask this question. So Shekinah, me and my wife are 8 months pregnant. Set the scene for us, when we in the hands of your care.
Everybody know that's a lie.
She about to
She just said she was in
my wife about to have
menopause.
a baby.
Okay.
So set the scene for us.
Okay, so I'm excited that Miss Andrea has trusted my recommendation on a water birth. So we're in a dark room. We have the aromatherapies going on, her lavender, so she can relax.
Right.
We have our sound healing in the background.
Yes.
You are, yes. I love that. You already good. You behind her. You are caressing her, making her comfortable. You do need to rock with her because y'all one in this thing. Not just she pregnant, we pregnant.
Yes.
So we all in tune, we all in sync, but we want to remain calm because energy transfers. So we want to make sure that we are in the best mental and physical state so that we transfer that energy to her. We don't want her to panic. We don't want her to be anxious. We don't want her to not trust any of us in this moment. Right. We want to make her as comfortable as possible. So consideration is the key. We're all happy in this moment, but we all need to keep mommy at the forefront of our mental because anything can offset her mood, which offsets the delivery.
Awesome.
And this is natural.
Yes, natural. So it's a calm, controlled space. You're selective about who's present, and you're selective about what services you're providing. So if she doesn't want anesthesia, that is her choice. If she wants a natural anesthesia, that is her choice. If she wants the sound healing, if she wants the water, if she wants her husband. We learned some of you guys can be a distraction. It's her choice, and I'm there to be her alleged power of attorney, so to speak, from a doula perspective.
Kind of like an advocator.
Yes. And I can be in a hospital setting or a home setting, the preference, again, of the wonderful parent.
Now, when it comes to the, I forgot what you said, but the anesthetic?
Yes.
Or do you doing it, or is it like somebody that's certified?
So if it's pharmaceutical, I do not.
Okay.
I'm strictly natural medicine or natural modalities, I like to say. So if it's going to be the natural, yes, I would prepare it and I would administer it.
Okay, cool. Nice.
And our administration is different. Our consumptions are through tea based, or if she would like to, we can make a bath. Because again, like for example, with marijuana, it is a medicine, but when you put the flame to it, it changes its genetic makeup and turn it into a drug. But if we wanted to use it for its medicinal properties, we would steep the water and put the buds in and cover it and let it extract the medicine, and then we drink it as a tea to get the healing properties and keep it in the form of a medicine.
Awesome. We learned some good gems.
Yes.
You don't need to be ready to do that, do you?
You don't. We can do it tonight.
Okay.
But yes, and it's beautiful because again, it's a natural medicine that's frowned upon because it has been weaponized by a lot of people, but it's very, very, very beneficial, and it works with menstrual cramps. It works with, like I said, labor and delivery. It even works with migraines. It works with so many things. You just have to know what it is that you're working with and set your intentions.
Right, nice.
So you saying with marijuana, that was something I never knew. So the flame take
Yes.
away.
Anything. So right now, if we have the raw meat, it's raw until we put the flame to it, and now it's cooked. So once you put the flame to it, it changes its genetic makeup and the properties. So that's why they always encourage us to eat our foods natural, because with your greens, our grandparents call it the pot liquor. All the benefits from the plant is in the pot liquor because it stripped it when it cooked it. So we all drink that, and that's where the nutrients is at, so to speak. Yep. Yeah, that's the most nutritious part of the meal now, because we stripped it from the green itself. But if we just eat the green raw, we good. The vegetarians in the jungle are the gorillas, and they're the biggest. Most people think that they are, carnivores, but they're not. And the elephants too, and they are actually vegetarian. They eat nothing but plants, and they're the strongest. I love to use that example for my athletes because they think, meat, protein, which is a misconception, is misinformation, and I let them know, well, no, actually, the gorilla, which is the strongest, which is the men want to be the biggest, strongest, is actually plant based, and it changes their whole perspective, and it opens them up now into natural eating.
Right. That's nice.
So a lot of men, are they receptive to your information?
Absolutely, because they learn that they don't need Viagra's. they learn that they can just drink watermelon juice, and instead of taking the pharmaceutical. Yeah, if he would drink him some watermelon juice, it's a better supplement. Yes, the rind itself, you can juice the rind and you can drink the juice, and that will be a natural Viagra. Right. And for my women, neem. So if neem is a bitter, so it's nasty to taste, but if you make a capsule, that is a natural birth control, or even papaya seeds. Right. Like I don't encourage pregnant women to eat ripe papaya because it will, induce you. So I say that it's definitely a good natural birth control, and the seeds are good for parasites. So if you're thinking about a parasite cleanse, eat papaya seeds without chewing them, and it's like a magnet. Yeah. It attracts the parasites.
Yeah, that's because first we was eating papaya, and then I had posted on Facebook, and then one of my cousins, she was like, older, and she was like, eat those seeds. Swallow them whole. Yeah. Don't throw them away. No, I was throwing them away.
About that. But where do you find good papaya at?
Jungle Gym.
I got some, and I was like, this ain't the good kind.
So with fruits, you have to again learn the body language. Like you have to learn how to identify. Like for example, on a watermelon, if it has the stripes and the yellow spots, if you hit it, it's a hollow sound. Those things tell you about the fruit in the inside. So once you learn about that and you learn to identify from the outside, like, oh yeah, this is no good, this is good, then you'll be able to get a good harvest. But sometimes it's hit and miss because a lot of stuff is frozen and transported for freshness, and then we get it and then it sits on the shelf. So I say that to say start trying to, be homegrown. I know a lot of us don't have the advantage and the space too, but you can practice with sunlight. You can get you a little plastic bowl and save some compost, and just start experimenting, and you never know what you can get.
Right. There's so much good fruit. Years ago we wasn't, educated on good fruit. You know, back then, we were taught to eat your oranges, apples, bananas. The
basics.
You know, the basics. Like, we didn't know, and majority of them is not even the good fruit.
Exactly.
Those is not even the good fruit for you. So now, you know, like places like Jungle Gym is a place that you can learn a lot. It's like when I first went, it's like a field trip. It's like a field trip to me.
And they
like,
do tours.
Yeah, and you learn a whole lot.
lot
Like
of product.
in there, and those be the good fruit that we wasn't, you know, educated on, like different stuff, like you were saying, like the dragon fruits and just the papayas and stuff like that, and the jackfruit. Jackfruit is a good one. Like we eat good jackfruit. You know, I know it's the bomb, y'all. We make smoothies with it. We make he made like a rasta pasta with the jackfruit, and it was like shredded, like it was a meat, but it was just shredded. You know how he made it. So
Like a chicken
yeah,
soup.
and how that has so much good benefits to it too. So
So, Sean, let me ask you this.
Yes.
What is it that keeps you ticking when it comes to your brand? That keeps you going, keeps you getting up in the morning?
That's an awesome question. What keeps me going for my business? My passion to just leave something behind.
Yes.
I was the first in my family to graduate college. The first in my family to start a business.
Right.
And so back in 2019, right before COVID, I had lost a job somewhere. I'm not going to say where, but I had lost a job, and I felt like it was due to some racial discrimination. And at that moment in my life, it was like right before the holidays. So like it was like November of 2019. And I remember thinking to myself, I need something that nobody can take from me. Ever. Can't nobody take MD Wine Collection from me because this is me. I built this.
Yes.
So that was also another motivation to have something of my own. Because, yeah, that's why I wake up. I'm waking up for my passion, not just to be a nurse, but to start a business, to leave a legacy. Maybe my kids can take over, or my sisters, or whoever can take over MD, and then we grow in a family business together to leave something for us and, for my grandparents.
Yes. That's great.
Great answer. Let me ask you. Jada, we're going to swing it to you. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but while y'all was talking, some of y'all products and everything was showing and flashing, some of y'all moments. So, Jada, let me ask you this. How easy or hard was it to get your family to participate in that family photo shoot for your product?
Super easy.
Yeah,
it was super easy. That got on my nerves. I was so stressed out that day. But yeah, it's super easy. They always willing to support and help out.
That's dope.
They just annoying.
those were some good photos.
Yes, thank you.
Especially with the baby, I was loving that. I was loving that with the baby.
Yeah, it was, I like that. Yeah, baby. I got you.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. So I'm going back to Jada. I want to try like your product, like some moisture. What you got for like moisture for your skin right now?
Let's
Just
see.
for
I
moisture.
got some rose oil here.
And we all just try some.
Yes.
I want to take my shoes off. I know you were wrong. Nah.
They ain't doing that.
Try.
So, to all you young ladies who have children, does everyone have children?
Yes.
So does any one of your children aspire to be, walking your footsteps, start their own business or anything like that of that nature?
All my children do, except for, the baby don't know no better. But my two daughters, they love watching me make the products. They was like, Mommy, what can I do? Can I help? And I let them pitch in and do little stuff to help out. Even my oldest daughter, she'd be like, Mom, my school, I was telling people about your products, and she tried to advertise and stuff. So I definitely see how this impacts them and motivates them and just.
And it makes you want to keep.
Yes, and it's just like I'm their inspiration. So that's very moving to me. I love
That's
that.
very powerful. Because there's a lot of influence
you.
going on in the world. You would want to be the one, to guide your children in the right direction.
Yes.
And just by, some women don't know, or some others, even fathers, they don't know. Just by doing the right thing and moving in a certain manner of positivity, your children are definitely watching, and that guys and makes them want to be like, you know what, I want to be like him. I want to be like her. So that's great. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So let me ask this question. Describe. Let me see. Rashonda. Describe in 3 words what a person says when they're using your product and they walk away.
That was good. That was 3 words right there. That
3 words.
they give me that look. They be like, you know, they don't do the sniff smell. You know, sometimes people do like a little sip, and then when I know they go all the way back, I'm like, oh yeah, you was good. That was good one. They be like they like that.
Let's go. 3 words.
Let me think. I could give you 3 phrases.
3
And not
phrases.
necessarily words, but someone inboxed me like, my skin is perfect. Like, I love it. Okay. I have some people, I mean, they send me like, I could pull up the feedback. It's not like phrases or words. They just give me results.
Feedback.
Like, pictures.
Before
So
and after.
results, right? So they
Yeah.
just say like, my skin looks so good, or it's definitely working for me. I see
Right.
results, things like that. So yeah.
Yes. 3 words after they plop that baby out. 3 words after yoga class, the baby, whatever, the doula, whatever. 3 words.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
When they drink my tea, OMG, what's in that tea? And
I
when
like
when they smell my fragrance, Miss Andrea, she asked me today, "Oh my God, what you're
what
wearing?"
you have on. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, let's
Yes,
talk about
I don't
that
have
too.
any of my products here with me currently because things are pending. However, that means that I have to come back for another segment. But yes, I really love natural feedback. Everybody always asks me, "What am I wearing?" They definitely say, "Ooh, what's that smell?" Or "Ooh, you smell so good," and that makes me feel good. 'Cause
My stuff. It's me. I made it.
Well, I want to say, after we did that remix, I'm not walking with words. That feels great.
Thank you.
That feels great.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that feedback.
Yes. All the time. Anytime, all the time, anyway, anywhere, whatever. The ladies over there are drinking wine.
Yes.
They're looking at us. Y'all got any questions?
Y'all got any questions?
So, what inspired y'all to start a business? Did we ask that question? Well,
Yes,
yes,
she said her
yes,
grandparents.
but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're drinking wine.
It was kind of. It happened naturally for me. I want to say. Yeah, it kind of happened by default for me. Like I wasn't really looking into it to be a business because it's kind of intimidating at first. But again, when people started to inquire and ask me what was I doing and wanted me to do it for them, I had no choice because they wanted to start to pay me. And I didn't want to, half-ass it, if we could say that.
Yes.
But I started to just master things. And I call myself the mad scientist. I do everything on me first. But the disclaimer from that is what works for me may not work for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want people to always get so under the influence of how I look because I do so many things and there's a lot of things that I do not do, which helps my products and my things as well.
Okay. So, ma'am, over there, you have a question?
So, to any one of you ladies, how long did it take for you to get your real true customer, your first true customer?
Like, not your best friend and your mama. Oh, girl, you don't say about this.
So you just mean like first customer outside of friends and family?
How long did it take you to actually get somebody that believed in what you were doing?
When I dropped my skincare thing, I had a lot of people who put in orders. I did, like I said, I did in 2020. It was in September 2020, and I did a photo shoot, and I posted that and just said it was coming. And then from there, everybody was like, I want to try it. So it was quick. It took off quick for me. Now it does have a lot of slow moments because it was like boom, boom, boom. Like I had so many orders when I first dropped. And then it kind of went down for a little bit and slowed up, and then it go back up, and then it slowed down. So, but for me, like I said, it took off pretty fast for me. It was just the in-between part when it get a little slow that kind of get discouraging and be like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. Like,
Y'all got your first dollar y'all ever made right now to this day.
I didn't keep.
I
I had to reinvest.
yeah. And I
It
don't,
went into the bank.
Thank you.
and for me, I like everything. I don't necessarily really get cash a lot. People like Cash App me, Apple Pay. It was like that. So I didn't really necessarily
Definitely a
get my
digital
first.
world.
Yes, it's more so a digital world nowadays. So. But I definitely did spend those digital dollars back into the
I want to say it didn't take, like she said, it didn't take that long, but I want to say it did start with me first. Once I got out of my own way, once I got over imposter syndrome, because I still get that. Like today, it was like 3:00, and we got to shoot at 6, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, no, we here now,
Yes,
no, for
that
real,
was me.
because I started feeling like, I didn't want to say I didn't feel deserving, but I started to question myself, and then I had to remind myself, these are the moments you worked for. This is why you're doing it. We want to also too always want to wait for everything's perfect. Like I just told y'all now, my website is pending. My labels for my products are pending, but that doesn't mean I still can't take this opportunity that I earned, that I manifested, that I align with, and let them know, it's coming.
Let me tell you something. I don't need to cut nobody off, but let me tell you, I'm gonna drop a jewel. I'm gonna drop a jewel for you. You see these labels?
Yeah.
I did these myself. Go to the library. Way less expensive. You want to pay like, you gonna order from such and such, they gonna charge you like $200-300, whatever hundreds. This roll 100-some labels for like $12. But I design and everything and just go down there and print it out. It's very easy to do.
Yes,
Yeah, I
you
gotta
can
talk to
scan
you,
this,
because-
and then you can just scan this now, and you can go the QR code. You can scan
you
it, and
gotta
then our
tell me how to do
website,
that.
everything that come up on there, and everything.
Because that's why I don't have labels right now. Because I'm like, that's gonna have to.
Barcodes,
I know.
barcodes
And this is
really
the
cheap.
importance of community. So
Barcodes.
thank
Like
y'all.
you want to get it in the stores, whatever.
Yes.
Really cheap. Like you
Yeah,
get
when we
six
get
for
off here,
like
he can.
$6.
Thank y'all so much.
he can show
I
you.
appreciate y'all. This is awesome.
Like just in case y'all.
Girls like Jews.
Yeah. So, and then also I want to say too, and I'm just want to let y'all know, just being so young, I'm so proud of all three of y'all.
Yes.
And then to just keep going no matter what. Like what Jada just said, she had her down moments or whatever. See me when I used to own a shoe store on I don't know if you know, y'all know, on Hamilton Avenue. I used to own an all women's shoe store. So I had those down moments, and then I got discouraged, and I should have kept going. You know what I'm saying? So like, no matter what, just keep going, just keep going. But I'm going back to own that building. I'm going. I'm going back. I'm gonna own that building very soon.
And I just want to say too,
So keep going.
because I took out for like over a year, and I was like having these conflicting feelings within myself. Like I'm gonna start it back, and I'd be like, no, I'm gonna let it go. But something would never let me let this go, because I can't let this go. I always say this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
But I remember like pricing everything, and I called my sister like, I don't think I want to do this. I'm over it. I'm not spending all this money into this. It was right when I just did my rebrand, and she like, no, you're gonna do. I'm like, but what if I don't make it back? What if I don't do better? Like, and she like, I mean, it's if you don't, you don't. You just gotta try. So, but you definitely have those moments as an entrepreneur. Like I said, I had to take that time off, and I hated that. And I would have people inboxing me or just saying, like I said, I see people all the time like, when you gonna start making products, or do you got some products in? And that just be like a punch in the stomach to me, like it's coming. But sometimes life get in the way. I just had a baby, all of that. So, but like I said, you gotta just keep going. Like even if you gotta stop for a moment, don't let it go. Like you gotta come back to it. Keep going, keep pushing, keep going, keep pushing, because God ain't bring you to it for a reason. God ain't put that thought in your mind for no reason, So move on it,
I always say give yourself grace.
Exactly.
Give
That
yourself
part.
grace.
Yes.
I feel like in the beginning stages, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to make my own business cards. I wanted to do my own labels. Now I'm like, I will
do what I
pay
can.
you to do it gladly, because I got to give myself grace. I got to know that maybe today I could do this, this, and this, but maybe I can't do that because I'm also a full-time, not only am I an entrepreneur, but I work a 9 to 5. I'm
Yes.
still a nurse during the day and third shift.
got kids.
So I got to give myself grace and I got kids. So I got to give myself grace and to balance all my titles, my being a mom, being a girlfriend, being a sister, whatever that may be. And that took a while for me, because I would really jab myself like, oh, I didn't get that done today, or I wasn't able to do that, and I really get discouraged because, I should have did that, and now my sales might be low. But then tomorrow is a whole new day. It's a whole new And yeah, to make the next day your best day, and you can just give it
Right.
your all every day. But definitely giving ourselves grace. Because working a 9 to 5, you clock in at 9, you clock out at 5. But being a business owner,
You and them.
man, I'm
I
sitting
be at
over
work,
here.
like,
I'm
promoting,
still
like-
on I be up at 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes correcting stuff on my
Yep.
website. Like, dang, why am I not sleeping? I gotta
Same.
be up in 3 hours or something.
Same.
Like, it's
Even on my little breaks, I get little 15-minute breaks.
Yes.
Like, let me hurry up and make this post and promote, and let me hurry up and respond
Yes,
back to
it's
this
a
customer.
never-ending
It's
thing.
never ending. Like,
so definitely giving ourselves grace and giving yourself time to for yourself. Like I'm
Yes.
real big on that. I'm like, nah, I'm putting my phone down. And this weekend, it's just about me. I'm real big on mental health. I would take a mental health day from
Yes.
everything. Today is my mental health day. I'm just gonna sit at home, or I'm gonna do whatever Shonda want to do today. And then tomorrow I come back.
Right.
It'll
That's
be okay.
important.
Because we can't pour from an empty
it's gonna
cup.
be okay.
I love
Yeah, we
that.
cannot pour from an empty cup. And I always like to say I don't want to pour from a polluted one either.
Ooh, yes.
So again, I'm making sure I'm filling myself up with the best of the best because I'm gonna give that. No, I don't have to give anything. I let my cup overflow because when we give, we deplete ourselves. So let it flow over as you fill up.
I
love that.
Yes, and everything needs to start with the mental. Start with the mental. Like even when you doing working hard, like you said, you got to pull back and be mental. Like he overworks. He overworks on everything. He come home from work, want to get started on this, that. The other day, I had just got home from work, and he wanted me to get. I looked at him. Like, babe, you gonna help me? I gave him this look. Like, I just worked 12 hours with these patients all day. And you like, I'm looking at him like, I gotta shut my mental down. I gotta, it's your mental. It's so important. And I had to tell
Mental
him,
more
it's not
exhausting than
that
physical.
Yes. Like it's not like because we just launched this our seasoning business. And in 1 week we sold 200 of these.
Wow.
We did. We did so we did so good. So I think that energy was in him. Like he was
Apostle was up.
Look, so he was ready. And you know, I'm coming home from work. I'm tired, and we live on the 3rd floor, and I'm like barely making up the steps, and I'm like, whoo. And then I think I got in the shower. He didn't let me get a shower in front. And I went to sit on the couch, and he like, "Babe, you gonna help me?" And I'm looking like, oh.
But for real, that's me. I'm him.
I'm tired. Like, let my mental, let me let my mental relax for a minute because I'm big on my mental. I'm big.
Yes.
Like, if my mental is not at peace, I ain't doing nothing. I don't care. I have to be at a space where my mental is calm and I feel calm. Then I can, no matter, I can go from there. But if my mental's not right, I'm no good. I am no
Same,
good.
yeah.
He just go. So I'm trying to teach him how to turn the
Shoot,
brain
I'm
off.
an Aries. I'm just like that. I would work first shift, go from first shift, go teach a class from 5 to 9, then get from there, go home, clean up, make sure the kids good, make sure everybody all right, then go from there and go to my 11 to 7. I will go and go and go.
And
Yes.
I feel like I'm both.
And then still ask questions. You want to do this?
Ooh, so can I say something before we move on from this? Because I'm so glad y'all brought this up because this is a very important point. So that's our energy. You know, everybody, we hear the feminine and the masculine energy. So when you being that strong, independent woman, that's your masculine. When you just want to lay down and be to yourself, that's your feminine. We got to learn how to balance that because when there's an imbalance, that's when I don't need a man. You do. A man's not looking for another man. So when you're all in your masculine, ain't nobody checking for you. But if you get in your feminine, where you're nurturing, when you're cooking, possibly barefoot, if that's your speed too, then that's your feminine. When he's in his feminine, when he's helping around the house, when he's cooking, when he's helping with the kids, then he's back in his masculine. Baby, help me with these labels. You got to balance that because when one is outweighing the other, that is destructive. Yes. Right. It's okay. Please do.
Yes, let it out.
That's a form of healing. So I'm glad you came here today because believe it or not, this is helpful for you. This is helping your feminine energy. And I also would encourage you to take a break. You don't need permission to rest. Because you are in survival mode, you're going to end up crashing out because you need a minute to just be. And we're in a society that they tell us to be feminine, but they also don't give us a chance to. So I say, don't wait for permission. Because like I just said, you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm sure there's people that depend on you. You depend on you. So you have to fill yourself up. And I'm glad you came here today because this is going to catapult that for you. And then solitude. Oh, my God. My solitude is so important for me because, again, I can distinguish my energy from the world's, my thoughts from someone else's, my opinions from someone else. And then I found these activities that work for me. Yoga and meditation is essential. That's why my business is called Essential Essence. These are essential to my essence. I need these things. These things are non-negotiable. I don't care if I'm on out of town. I got my yoga mat with me. I got my teapot. I got my herbs, and I got the things that are conducive to my betterment for me to show up and be professional, to be nurturing, to be a woman, to be a leader. I must do these things for myself. So figure out the things that work for you. Yes. And if you want to talk more with me, I can definitely help you.
And so just to put more on that, like exactly what she said, you have to, just as a woman, just you find that by just doing for you. You gotta do for you. Like you can't just live in stuff, because I had that problem. And I just would go take a walk. It's a nice pretty day. Go in the grass and take your shoes off and ground yourself in the grass. You have to just do things that make you feel good. Like she said, you just come in here, that little small thing, just because you did it for you, will take such a positive impact on your mental that you don't even recognize. You have to just, no matter what you got to do, no matter what's on that list to do, you stress and have what bills to pay, take a moment and do something to make you feel good. If you got to I got to miss out on this bill and push this back because I'm going to get my feet done today. Okay. Do that. Yeah. God gonna figure the rest out for you because you did that for yourself. It's gonna come back to you tenfold. You gotta do for you, and I think we all forget that sometimes, to just put ourselves first, pour into ourselves.
And that's good that
and
you
cry.
said that.
And cry.
Girl, don't be home back to tears. I'm a believer. I am a firm believer that crying is healing.
It is.
I cry over anything. Anytime that I feel like I need to cry, I'm the type to be like to my daughters, cry. That's okay. I'm here with you. If that's what you feel, if that's the feeling that you're feeling, it's okay. Just let it out. We gonna get through it.
Because like everything, it's a moment.
Cry or a regular, I'm just, my feelings are hurt. Cry, like that's okay.
Just don't get stuck in those moments. Yeah. Give yourself permission to feel. Because right now you was just laughing. Now you crying. That's a natural mood swing. It happens. It's human. You don't need permission to be human or beautiful or fantastic. Yes. And obedience pays. Like you didn't know that this was gonna be the segment, but you came here and look, you're actually getting a resource that's conducive to you, and you didn't even know.
Wow.
It's like we literally, we went to church this morning, our friend got baptized, and then we came home and we were just looking at each other like, what can we do to
I know.
This.
They going to the fireplace, and I'm like, "Hey, girls!"
He is all the time.
Thanks so much.
And so for y'all don't know, Chelsea is my friend. She's a coworker,
Thank you for being here.
and she live over here, neighbor. We neighbors. And that's Kara, and that's Kara, her good friend, and one of my new friend, and we just all just have fun. Oh, thank you. Because it's important to be a girl. Like I was saying, like to just be a lady, like at all times. I don't care no matter what. Just always just be a lady. Like we don't have to be like the strong person, and especially in relationships. Like just be the lady. Like I don't want to be him.
Because no man wants a man.
Like you said, I don't want to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be a lady. Like he wanted me to help him, but I still remained a lady. I needed to relax. I was in I'm not to relax.
She put her mask under
You know what I'm
bed.
saying? But I do. I help when needed help. Like I'm not just going, I help. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we got to think about our mental too. Like even though, we partners. But you got to think about your mental too. Like sometimes, like I said, I watch him like go overboard. Like he's awesome. I appreciate him. Everything he do is not unnoticed. Go unnoticed. Like I appreciate everything he do. He goes so hard at everything about everything our life where we headed. I mean everything. Like he the man. He is the man, and I appreciate it. But I be wanting him to be like.
That yoga, yeah. You got that yoga.
I want him to like sometimes like turn the brain off sometimes because even though he do all these things, I feel like too he have to learn to turn the brain off sometimes because he work, he get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get to work by 5, then he get home, then he still working. We got 2 businesses, and he, and we got podcasts, and we coming over to cooking show. Everything that y'all probably see on Facebook, that all the little stuff, this all him. He do all this. I just sit back and be the lady. And you know what I'm saying? And I am able to, be calmer and whatever. But I want him to learn sometimes too that he got to turn that mental off. He don't know how to turn the mental off.
But that's that balance.
He's a go-getter.
That's that balance. Okay, you got that calmness where you like, okay, well you can remind him, hey babe.
Mm-hmm. You gotta.
We chilling.
Because it's a good thing that he doing that, but then after a while, it can be a bad thing
why
too
y'all-
because he in brain overload.
Yes, because y'all have that balance
his
with each
brain
other.
just constantly keep going. I don't even know if y'all even seen y'all intro of all the stuff that he had on there for y'all. Y'all had, when this goes out, y'all have to watch it. How he got y'all set up. Y'all ain't with y'all products. Y'all ain't even see all that. He does all that. Like he'll wake up in the middle of the night, like you said, he's still just going. But
This is all good.
And that's why I created my business for people like you all. You all may not have the luxury to come to my studio, so therefore you can log in and get me online live, or you can replay a session that you want to attend. Right. So I love that. I love that because a lot of people with entrepreneurship, they freak out too about a physical location. It's so much that goes into that. Speaking on myself, I was freaking out at first, like, oh my God, now I'm in demand. I don't actually have a physical space. But then I thought, wait, why count myself out? Why can I, not be online? Again, right now, y'all might want to do yoga now, but y'all got to go prepare for tomorrow's podcast, prepare for XYZ, but you want to get that 15 minutes in. Boom, log on to Essential Essence Wellness, and I'm right there at y'all discretion.
Right.
In the comfort of your own or in the space that you choose.
And once you log on, it's already pre-recorded.
Everything.
Sessions.
Or if you want a live session with me, you have that at your discretion as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, we got a question.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
are we sorry?
I'm probably sitting in the wrong spot. But anyway, I wanted to piggyback on 2 things. First, the one thing you 2 ladies were saying, we were just trying to figure out how we can just pray and ask God to show you what your desire is, what's for you is for you. Even though this was good, but see, that was for them. But what God got for you, God got for you. But you got to pray and ask God to show me what I can do through His hands to help you get to where you need to be. And then another thing, y'all talking about stress. Y'all, I haven't seen this song because we had to come to today. I've been having this song since 2024. I was struggling. I was stressing. I was just like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna just mess up. I was like, my heart, I can feel my heart beating down my chest. That's how scared I was.
Panic attack.
I was really nervous, like, but then today when I jumped in and sung it, it's like I knew the song. So this lady that I took with me, she was like, Miss Phyllis, you got this. You can do it. Don't be scared. Because I don't know why I was so nervous, but I was stressing out and I was crying. I was like, oh God. But that's what
I knew you looked familiar. Miss Phyllis. Didn't I do an event, wine event?
You know, I was going to say
I kept looking at you like I know that lady. I did.
She still owes you money, though.
No, she not.
Oh my God.
What that?
Out there, that girl event, the last event she had, and she was like, this is the last one she's doing.
In Northgate.
Okay, I was in Northgate before too.
No,
But
she
no, did you
wasn't.
have your own event? Like at Wanna Hills?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Up at the Charles Dillon Center.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But I mean, that's something when you stress out so bad about something that and you can feel your heartbeat outside your chest. That's the most weirdest feeling to ever have.
That's a panic attack. That's like
And it must be, because I don't even know but when I got up there, it was just like standing up. I thought, okay, God, this is nobody but God.
But
I was shaking in my boots.
can we hear a little bit of it?
You play too much.
Can we have a little bit of it, please? I mean, you did it.
You can't get that testimony without the test. How you gonna get a testimony without the test?
Can we hear a little sample of it, please?
Can I stand up and do it?
Please.
Please do.
She like, y'all shut up.
Yeah, that's my fiance.
Oh yeah, that's her fiance.
nobody trying to holler at that dude. Come on now. You had to throw that in there, did you?
Where your pose at? Get in your pose. Thank you.
Okay, so it's called He Cares for You. There are times in life when friends just can't be found. They don't want you around. They leave your heart despondent. Make you feel so blue till you don't know what to do. They'll make you feel that life is through, and you try, cry.
I didn't say about the way you were singing when your throat was shaking. But it was real. I feel it in my bones. Maybe want to get my balls. Tap my toes. Yes. Nah, that was good.
That was good. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank
So
you.
we gonna go ahead. We want to thank everybody that joined us on the podcast today. We made people cry. We made somebody cry last week. Didn't he cry last week? Oh. Yeah, Donnie cried a little bit, but it was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry when I got tears, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said.
Yeah, so we want to thank everybody for being on the show today, man. It was really educational and very touching. Everybody had great points, and everybody displayed their product and their business amazingly.
Yeah,
I want to thank you, ladies, for being on the show. Thank you for allowing me to do my pose. You taught me a new thing.
Yes, thank you. You doing
I'm gonna be
really
like, get you to
good.
your pose.
That's all you gotta say. Yes, yes.
Get the pose.
Y'all good students. I'm proud of that.
Get your pose, baby.
So anything before we leave the show?
That
Anything
y'all
you
wanna
want to
say?
say to encourage those out there? You want to say something about your business? Where they
Until
can
we're.
contact you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Any?
Currently, while the website is pending, I can be found on my social media. It's One Essential Essence for Instagram and Essential Essence 1 for TikTok. So again, that's One Essential Essence for Instagram and Essential Essence 1 for TikTok. And I want to say, believe in yourself. You know, it's not on you, it's in you. Go within every time you have a question. I like to say, I got this from Nipsey Hussle. He said that the boat has to get inside the water in order for the boat to sink, which means don't let things get inside you. You have enough self-control and discipline to keep the noise out. You go in and get what you need.
I love that. Yes. You can follow me at Black Magic NCS, and then my website is www.blackmagicncs.com. So for natural care solution.
Dope.
And then for the wine, you can go on mdwinecollection.com, or you can follow on Facebook or Instagram, MD Wine Collection. And for the training school, you can go to trainings-4u.com, or you can follow on Facebook or Instagram at trainings-4u.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes.
Miss Andrea, can I say, for my holistic ladies, I do recommend wine because it's made from fruit. So definitely shop with her.
Yes. Yes, I am a wine lover. Like, I love wine.
Yeah, trust them.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to get up out of here. And I want to say something before we leave. I always like to say this. If you're doing anything in life, remember this. the boat has to get in the water. So just take that with you. Yeah? And we out of here.
Give me your balls. Give me your balls.
It's just a product of